Hi crafty friends, Melissa Minor here. Thanks so much for joining me on my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be sharing a layout using a cut file from the Advent 365 from Peartree Cutfiles. This one is called It's the Little Things in Life, and I think it's so super fun and cute. I'm going to be documenting some photos of my family going out for dinner. I'll have a link listed down below in the description box if you're interested in purchasing the cut files. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So I went ahead and cut the cut file using my Cricut out of some black cardstock. And then I have this gorgeous 49 and market paper that I want to use as my background. Now this paper is from the Kaleidoscope collection. So I have their 12 by 12 collection pack. And I thought this was so pretty. I'm also going to be using some of these. These are the laser cut embellishments. And then I've also got this here, and this is the chipboard set. So I think I might grab a few things out of this chipboard set as well. So let me put this all back in here, and we will get started. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I want to glue my cut file directly down to my background page. I like to use the Nuvo Deluxe glue when I'm doing this, as I find that that glue really dries clear. So I won't make you watch me glue this down, but I went ahead and put all of the glue on the back, got good coverage, and now I'm just going to give this a little press. And I like this paper. You see above the E how it's just kind of, there's like a little butterfly. I think it just fits perfect in this spot. Then I use the contour function in Cricut and I cut all the inserts. Now I found some paper in my stash from Close to My Heart, and this was a mix-in paper from, probably years ago, and this is in the sage color. I think it's sage. So I went ahead and glued in the inserts. Now here's my photos. I've got 3 photos to document. That's me and Dale. And then the bottom one is Tatum. And then the middle one, it was so funny. We were at this restaurant and I've been going there for years. I looked up and I had no idea that this restaurant has mirrors on the ceiling. We just thought that was so funny. So I took a photo of me looking up. That's that middle photo. To make this little banner piece stick out from the page or pop off from the page, I'm going to be inking here using some VersaFine Clear ink in the color of Morning Mist. And I like this color. It's not that deep black. It just gives it just a little hint of color. And I think it coordinates so well when you're using black on your layouts. So this Morning Mist is gorgeous. All right, and the paper that I backed that on is the same paper I used for the inserts of my letters. That's that mix-in paper from Close to My Heart, and I just dovetailed the end. I think it's 4 by 8, I want to say. I printed all my pictures in 2 by 3 size on my Epson PictureMate 400, and then I did mat them on some white cardstock. Here's some embellishments that I think I want to use. I've got some sequins from Pink and Main. I've got this little camera flare that is from Peartree Cutfiles. And then I've picked out a few of these laser cut embellishments from the 49 and Market Kaleidoscope collection pack. So now it's the fun time, and it's just to start arranging these embellishments and how I think they're going to look nice on the page. So I know I want some flowers at the top of the layout, and I want some flowers at the bottom, more just kind of framing in my photos to draw more attention to the pictures. After all, that's what I'm scrapbooking, right, is my photos. So I think I like that, the way that I have these. There were a few of these butterflies also from the laser cut embellishments. I think this cute little camera flare will look perfect down here. And then I like to do my embellishments in clusters of 3 in a triangle to really draw your eye around the photos. So I think by having one in the upper left and then over there in the center on the right and then back over to the bottom left just really draws your eye around the page on those photos. These little hearts are also from Peartree Cutfiles, and this is from their little Advent 365 embellishments pack. So that was really fun to open all of these each day. So I thought I would use some of those also on the page. Now to bring in some of these sequins from Pink and Main, and then I also have this little, this is from the chipboard collection, chipboard set from 49 and Market. And I think it's gonna look cute up here, but I really wanna stamp the date. So I need to find some paper and then I can stamp the date in there. So I'm gonna test it out because I'm not sure that it's gonna work, but I wanna see if my date roller stamp will fit inside of here. All right, let's give it a try. So I'm gonna use some archival black ink and let me give it a press here. And that's not perfect, so let me try again. So let me stamp this. There we go, I like that. Now let's see. Oh my goodness, it works, yay. So I will go ahead and get that glued on there and then I'll cut the back off. So while that's drying, I want to go in, and I had only dry fit my embellishments, so now I want to add a little tape runner to the back of these laser cut elements. And then I will use my glue, my liquid glue, to glue down the acrylic hearts and also just the acrylic hearts, I guess, yeah. Okay, I want to add a little bit of foam to the back of these butterflies, so I'm using some craft foam, and this is just from my stash, and I get this off of Amazon. And I like it because I can cut it down to whatever size I need. So I cut down these little strips and I'm putting them on the back of these butterflies. And that'll just give them, my page, a little bit of extra dimension. Here's where I'm bringing in my Nuvo Deluxe glue, my liquid glue here for the heart acrylics. And I really like that touch of black. I think it really just draws your eye to the cut file as well with having that extra black on the page. I love it. I have another little butterfly over here, so I need to add some foam to the back of that butterfly, and then we'll get this one stuck down over there on the right side of my photo. And I think I want it down here at the bottom of this photo. That looks cute. And I want to bring in a little bit of sewing thread. I just get my sewing thread at Walmart, and I've got some sewing thread here in various colors. So I want to pick one out in more of this teal color that I can put underneath my camera flare button. So I will look through my stash real quick before I glue the flare down to see what I can find. All right, so here's what I found, and I'm going to give it about 3 pulls here. And that should be enough to just make a little messy tangled thread to put underneath my flare. And I'm going to find a couple little, I'm out of my normal glue dots that I use. So I have these really tiny ones. So I think I'm going to use maybe 2 or 3. And every time I get these out, they stick to my nails and everywhere. I mean, these glue dots are sticky. I don't know what brand they are. I don't have the packaging, but they really work. So I've got my tangled thread underneath my flare, and that looks super cute. And now I can go ahead and put the glue on the back of my little chipboard frame with the dates. Oh, I love it. That looks good. All right. Now I need to do the sequins. So let me get my sequin picker here. And I have 3 in the top left. I've got 3 over here around this butterfly, and then I have 3 in the bottom cluster. I did some of that gluing off camera, so you didn't have to watch all of that. Now I want to add some splatter, so I'm bringing in some Color Splash from Shimmerz paints in the color Whites of Their Eyes. Now I am on the Shimmerz paints design team, so if you decide to place an order with Shimmerz paints, if you add my name, Melissa Minor, to the comments section, Shimmerz will send you a free paint. And you can add my name to every Shimmerz paints that you order, and each time they'll send you another free paint. So it's a great way to really just build up your paint stash. I'm being sure to cover up my photo so that I don't get any paint on my photo, and I really don't want it on the top of my cut file either. I just don't want that white on top of the black. So I'm being really careful. I want to add a little bit of splatter up here in the upper right, and this is real subtle. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but I love just bringing in that extra little mixed media to my layouts. So I think that looks pretty good. A little bit more down here on the banner. And I got a little bit on the cut file, so I'm just going to dab that up with my finger. Now I want to use these. Now these are from 49 and Market, and these are their Stitching Essentials rub-on transfers. And I thought it would make a nice detail to take a strip of these. So you just peel off the backing, you cut them down to which ones you want to use. You peel off the backing and then you just lay it where you'd like. It's almost like a sticker. It's not super sticky. You'll stick it down, and then I just like to use my little Cricut tool here, and then I just rub that in, just burnish that in. And then once you think you've got it in, then you just slowly peel it back, and there we go. It looks like I took this to my sewing machine and stitched. So I want to add another one. I can't decide if I want it on the top or kind of along the side. I think I want to go on the side. So I'm going to do another one here. And I mean, I think it's so realistic. I love these. So these are the 49 and Market stitching rub-ons. I will leave everything I use linked down below in the description box. And I really appreciate when you shop my links, as I receive a small commission at no extra charge to you. So that just helps me and my YouTube channel out. So thank you to all of those that shop my links. All right, so I have the rub-on down. Now I just peel off the top, and there we go. That looks so good. I love it. I know layout is complete without journaling, so now I'm going to head on over to my computer, and I want to do a little bit of journaling. So I type it up in a Pages document. I have a MacBook, and then I load a Avery clear shipping label into my printer, and when I hit print, it is on this Avery clear shipping label. Now I'm just going to use my scissors and cut this out. I could have used my trimmer, but it's not going to show. It doesn't have to be perfect. So we're going to get this cut down to size. I did use a ruler first to kind of measure out the size of where I want to put my journaling so that I know that I have enough space. And I actually used the text box on my Pages document to make sure I had the correct spacing. Okay. So now on these shipping labels, and I apologize, I'm a little bit off camera here, but I just peeled off a little bitty piece, that little corner, because these are so sticky. And once you stick it down, there is no moving it. So I'm going to line it up and get that first corner stuck down. And then I'm going to lift it up and slowly peel back the release paper. And as I'm going, I'm just going to kind of push this down because I don't want to get any wrinkles. And now I'm just going to burnish it in with my finger. Now you want to make sure that this dries real well before you start handling it, or you could smear the ink. And then I've got that pressed in, and it looks like I typed on my layout. So that is today's layout. I love it. I hope you do too. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. I will have still shots over on my Facebook and my Instagram, and I would really love for you to follow me on those social media platforms as well. It is Christmas Eve, so I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas, and I will catch you again in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.